Good morning, student. Now our next topic of chapter number 9 is developmental characteristics at different stages of development. Classification of stages of growth and development are infancy, childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. Infancy from 0 to 5 years, childhood from 5 to 12 years, adolescent from 12 to 18 years, and adulthood more than 18 years. First is infancy period from 0 to 5 years. Infancy is that period that is from birth to the end of 5 years of age. Various features of development at this stage are given below. First is physical development or physical growth. The physical growth of the child at the stage of infancy is rapid in size and weight. The average length of a newborn child is 19 inch, but it varies from 17 to 21 inch. The average weight of a newborn child is 7 pound, but it may vary from 3 to 16 pounds. During this first year, babies grow taller and their heads get bigger. The first year is characterized by rapid physical growth. A normal baby doubles its birth weight in 6 months and triples it in a year. During that time, there is great expansion of the head and chest, thus permitting development of the brain, heart, and lungs, the organs most vital to survival. Second is intellectual development. The development of interest, language, memory, power, imagination, understanding, thinking, intelligence, etc. is known as intellectual development. A child in his infancy is interested in only those things which fulfill his immediate needs of hunger and feeding. Slowly, he becomes interested in bright, jiggling, and moving toys. At the age of 2 or 3 years, he learns to speak very small sentences. He starts thinking and takes keen interest in playing at the age of 5. His capacity to know new words increases. He starts understanding the simple conversation of adults. In this age, infants become curious and ask many questions to satisfy his curiosity. He likes to listen or watch the stories of fairies very much. Intellectual development is about how children learn, think, and develop ideas. It is an interesting area of development and is one in which research continues to broaden our knowledge. It is hard to give an accurate picture of children's development, especially as children become older. This is because children's development will be strongly shaped by the different factors. Emotional development. In the development of an infant, emotions play a very important role. A child's emotions are not clear at the time of birth. He only cries when he feels hungry. But when he reaches the age of 2, he displays different emotions such as anger, joy, love, and fear. From the age of 2 to 5 years, the child becomes highly emotional and he cannot control his emotions. Anger and joy are the most common emotions at this stage. The child gets angry when his freedom is restricted and feels happy when he is allowed to do what he likes. Next is social development. A child is not social at birth. Up to 2 years, a child is fully dependent on his parents for his psychological and physiological needs. At the age of 3, he starts liking to play in groups. The sign of cooperative behavior appears when the child crosses the age of 4 years. Friendship becomes strong and tendency of fighting is reduced at the age of 5. At this stage, he wants to do what he likes and prefer to leave what he does not like. But at the same time, he becomes conscious of social approval also. Social development is the process of learning to interact with others and to express oneself to others. Infants are born with social instincts. They like to be held, talked to and looked at. Newborns prefer to look at and interact with the human face. Second is late childhood period, that is 5 to 12 years. The period that starts at the age of 5 years and ends at the age of 12 years is late childhood period. Various features of development at this stage are given below. First is physical development. During this period, growth of the child is slow, steady, and uniform. At the age of 12, the child is about 56 inches in height and 85 pounds in weight. At this age, milk teeth start falling and permanent teeth start growing. During this period, the growth of girls is more than boys. Sex differences in specific abilities decrease in number and magnitudes. During this period, new experiences are acquired and applied, and mental horizons is broadened. A child can speak sentences clearly. He starts observing others. Interest of the child expands during this period. In this period, may be a child able to deal with abstraction but may still need to generalize from concrete experience. Child likes books, writing, traveling, adventure, fairy tales, etc. Different movies hold a strong appeal for him. Emotional development. The emotional behavior of the child becomes stable and remains under control during this period. The child becomes conscious of his self-respect. During this period, anger is there, but he tries to hide his anger and shows his bravery and courage. Expression of joy is expressed by a smile. Sentiments and complexes are formed at this age. Increased ability to understand complex emotions, increased understanding that more than one emotion can be experienced in a situation. Self-initiated strategies for redirecting feelings more fully take into account events leading to emotional reactions. Last is social development. A child plays team games and likes to form bigger social circle during this period. Peer group become powerful and began to replace adults as basis of behavior, standards, and recognition of achievements. The leadership qualities become prominent in him. The child starts exhibiting his command over others. The child loves to play with his peer group. He learns to cooperate with others. Increase development of interpersonal reasoning that leads to greater understanding of others' feelings.